Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your most preferred channel, Channel Up, where we share updates about trending issues around the globe and in Nigeria. Thanks for joining us. Sometimes these loud celebrations you hear online have lots of deep warnings and lots of deep occurrences that happen within the background. And on a day when the world's eyes were glued to music, love, luxury, and splendor, a voice from the shadows and from nowhere dropped a very big message for Davido and Chioma, a message that was not of congratulations on their wedding day, but of caution. And who else will be behind such messages? None other than Nigerian journalist and investigative journalist Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. She claims allegedly that her words were meant to warn, one, to advise, two, and to expose, three. But the timing, the details, and the tone have left lots of people and netizens debating whether this was actually care, a warning, or a calculated controversy. But before I give you my thoughts, let me read verbatim. I repeat, verbatim from the official page of Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. I think that page is called Kemi Talks, so you could look it up and have this right up right on your screens. One funny thing is this particular advice started like an advice but ended in a funny way. So let me read through. She said, get Chioma a driver's license, preferably American, so she can go through the rigorous laws and rules, and Nigerian roads will be easy to navigate. Let her drive and be independent. Amazing cars and your wife can't drive is tacky. First advice by Dr. Kemi to Davido, according to Dr. Kemi. Second, empower Chioma and get Ubi Franklin working to have her show her skills in anything. The internet stole her idea of becoming a chef, and since 2018, every TDH, you know what TDH means, right? Is cooking online. Even me filming my meals as a food creator on Dr. Kemi Foods. That's hard. TDH, you know that what that means, right? Now, watch your back. Not everyone is happy for you. Don't let your associates keep converting your friends to enemies, as in Zlatan and Portable. Stay away from cultism and drugs, aka cultist pals and drug traffickers. Be careful in America with your location and flashing money. American thugs and gangsters watched your traditional wedding online, and now your white wedding in Miami, of all places. All those US rappers and their gangster entourage are coming. Have a metal detector for guns. Dr. Kemi is talking like somebody told her something would have happened during Davido's wedding. Well, nothing happened. Let's go to the next advice. Apologize to Tiwa Tope for setting Tiwa up for that sex tape with Abolo. It ruined many relationships, and her threat report to police cost you those Grammys. Remember, I warned you it was voting week. Educate your toxic fans, 30 BG, on that. Fire Vanessa and hire a new publicist. You have no VMA nominations. Whole other Afrobeats artists snagged one each, and you are the American amongst them. This one is tricky. Next, she said, cooperate with police on justice for Mohbad on that shaved hair that someone paid for. The way Dre Davido dropped 2 million to Mohbad's father, 2 million naira for Mohbad's father, and you rushing down, being the only big music artist that attended the vigil, is very suspicious. I don't sugarcoat shit. I know all of you, including Darosha, are cultists. These are strong allegations by Dr. Kemi. She says, always remember your 6 late associates and your little tomboy daughter, Ife, who you lost carelessly to evil people in the failed deal. Banana office off the record source told me there was no drowning in October 2022. They also told residents who swarmed the office. I don't like talking about dead kids. Your late associates built your life and career to where it is today. The faces of the dead must not be forgotten. They must always remain in the news. These are strong allegations and these are strong words from Dr. Kemi, according to Dr. Kemi, and allegedly from Dr. Kemi to Davido. So I am very, very curious. I allowed this write-up to span until after the wedding for me to be able to digest it for my viewers, because I wanted to really confirm if they were true or not. But I don't know if they were on guard and had metal detectors and whatever. But we all saw that Davido's wedding went smoothly and seamlessly well, and there was nothing to say or nothing happened like she said. Okay, maybe they were on guard. Nobody knows. But Davido is yet to confirm any of this, and Dr. Kemi is yet to, well, she has made the pronunciations. Let us wait for the confirmation. So after reading the write-up for you, of course, let us break it down. Let's see what the contexts are saying and what they may be pointing at. First of all, this post allegedly appeared on Davido's wedding day, I told you, a time when the internet was flooded with images, videos, and praise. In the middle of all that, Dr. Kemi allegedly decides to post a thread packed with personal details, warnings, and accusations. I am trying to add up the lines. I am trying to connect the dots. Now, from a communication point of view, the structure of her message is very, very interesting. I told you before that she started with what sounded like personal advice. Get Choma a driver's license. Yeah? Cool. Empower her. Yeah? Let her be independent, of course. These are relatable, of course. Even ordinary suggestions, that's what they look like. But she quickly transcended or transitioned or escalated into territory stuff involving cultism, drug trafficking, gang threats, and even high profile feuds. Now, she ties these warnings to alleged incidents involving other artists, celebrity feuds, and according to her, according to Dr. Kemi, security threats that could follow Davido into the United States. That was before his wedding. Now, whether you see this as genuine concern or just public drama, it depends on how you interpret the timing. I told you this is after his wedding. So why say all this now? And why say it publicly? Okay, why didn't you say it like almost 5 weeks before the wedding? She doesn't stop at the wedding, yeah. She dives into old beefs, bringing up Tiwa Savage and an alleged scandal involving her sex tape. You remember that time? Grammy losses and even the death of Davido's associates and child Ife. Now, she also connects the dots to the late Mohbad's thing, making strong claims about cultism, all allegedly, of course, and questioning Davido's actions at the vigil night for Mohbad's death. This is quite strong. From a psychological perspective, if you ask me, this is what we call emotional layering. She blends personal advice, security warnings, public accusations, and unresolved tragedies into one post. The effect, let me tell you, it pulls readers into a spiral. You can't just read one paragraph and walk away. She's the journalist. She knows how to do these things. But we're here to confirm if these things are true, maybe from the video or his associates. Now, here is where it gets very complex. Dr. Kemi Olunloyo is no stranger to controversial statements. Her supporters see her as a fearless truth teller. Her critics call her an opportunist who thrives on chaos. But in this specific case, is she genuinely protecting Davido or using his biggest public moments to amplify her own voice? This is what I want to ask, and this is what I want to know. Because from a public relations standpoint, if the warnings are through, she could be doing him a service, yeah? If they are not, then the damage to his reputation could be very permanent. And in an era where perception is everything, especially in Nigeria, sometimes perception is reality. I'm not saying anything yet. So, was this a prophetic warning or was it just a perfectly timed headline grab for views and comments and engagements? I will let you decide as the viewers. As for me, I've told you where I stand, and this is where I think we should leave it because until Davido or anybody from his entourage comes out to speak, it is just a post from Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. All right. So that is that on that particular update. Meanwhile, away from the glitz of weddings, away from the chunk of celebrity drama, another story is dominating. This has been going on for a few days now, like 2-3 days. And then I decided to allow it late because I wanted to say something. Nigerian social media feeds have been flooded, this time in the aviation industry. I am talking about the now viral incident involving Ibom Air and its attendants, a flight hostess from Ibom Air, and a passenger known as Lady Comfort. I allowed this to span for 2 days or thereabouts so that I would get every fact on in line and then I would speak. Okay, this is the real story. If you've missed it, here is the breakdown. I am saying this because only people who gather these facts will be able to tell the truth from lies. Okay, now let us have the story that everybody knows. According to reports, an onboard disagreement between an Ibom Air hostess and one Lady Comfort allegedly escalated into a situation that saw the Comfort lady removed from the flight. She was dragged out from the flight. Now, the reasons, that is where the online narratives started to split. In fact, this morning there is a new narrative that is going around. I will digest that when I get to that point. Some passengers claim that Lady Comfort was simply voicing concerns and was unfairly treated. Others insist that she was kind of disruptive and disrespectful to the crew by using her phone while the airplane was trying to, start, and then all that, allegedly refusing to comply with safety protocols, even after she was warned countless times by the air hostess. Social media quickly became the court of public opinion. Now, on X, formerly known as Twitter, the hashtags Justice for Comfort, Support Ibom Air, and all trended simultaneously. Now, people began sharing old clips of flight attendants clashing with passengers, okay, using them as evidence for both sides, trying to, let's say, generate a sort of sympathy for Comfort and then generate of support for Ibom Air. Now, then came the official response from Mr. Aviation, Festus Keyamo, the Minister of Aviation. I call him Mr. Aviation because he handles that particular position, I think, explicitly well, rather. Now, he has exonerated Lady Comfort and asked her to come out, or asked the Kirikiri prison to release her. He has also exonerated Kwam Wan, Wasiu Ainde, and he has removed the lifetime ban that was given to him by Value Jet, and then for flying in Nigeria and all. He has relaxed all these bans. In fact, he has reduced Kwamwan's ban to 1 month, and Lady Comfort was asked to be released. Ibom Air has been asked to withdraw the case and all. But let's dive in. Let's know what really happened. Who is actually truthful and who is actually lying. So the video won't be long. I will quickly digest that voice note going around. A man that claimed to be on the same airline with Lady Comfort came up and sent a very, very, very disturbing message to Linda Ikeji's blog. Now, according to what he said the lady was calm, the Lady Comfort in question was calm, and then the air hostess, who he felt was power drunk, escalated the whole thing. You get? Now, from his statement, there was no proof. There was no even proof that he was a passenger on the air flight, or on the airline rather, or on the plane. Why would you even lie like that? Because I take those voice notes as lies. If you are supporting Lady Comfort, why didn't you give a proof? I know Nigerian people, they must come out and have a video caption, or they must video whatever, or they must use their phones and video camera anything happening. So if the air hostess was rude and was inconsiderate, as the man claimed, this new narrative going around, as he claimed, people will have even videoed her and even used it for better news, news engagements than the Lady Comfort herself. Okay, so I feel that the guy's narrative was just lies. He just emanated from somewhere just to come and lie. Maybe he's Comfort's boyfriend or his Comfort's husband, who knows? But they were not supposed to drag her like that, expose her the way they did. But she was wrong, according to Ibom Air. Now the question is, was this the right move? For some, it was a necessary step to maintain airline discipline and safety because she was wrong, according to Ibom Air. For others, it was an overreach, one that paints airlines as untouchable while silencing passenger rights. And like many stories in Nigeria, this one will probably go down online for weeks before it's forgotten, until the next viral moment reignites the debate. Now let us talk. I would single-handedly say kudos to the aviation minister for resolving this case in a simple way, in where all parties went home happy. Okay, but whether Comfort was wrong or not, she was wrong according to the Ibom Air. You cannot do that in a flight, and you cannot argue with the air hostesses or flight attendants. That is just the truth. Okay, but for dragging her out in that manner, that was quite wrong. For the new trending voice note, that's bad. That's a lie. So here we are. Okay, two different stories, both raising the same question. When someone in power is existent, whether it is a celebrity, a journalist, or an airline, and when they are allowed to make a decision, how do we decide if their decision is protection or control? This is the question. So, if you've been enjoying us, this is Channel Up, and as always, I am not here to tell you what to think. I am here to make sure you are thinking. Do you understand? Drop your thoughts in the comment section, and if you found this episode very, very interesting and worth your time, hit the like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Channel Up for more stories that will display trending issues to your screens. Until next time, keep your mind open and your questions ready. See you next time. Peace out.